Hey everybody, hope you're all having a great day and a great week. This is episode 3 of the lighthouse carving that we're working on. Um, Today we're going to be continuing with what we've been hacking away at here, and we're going to try and establish some a little bit more detail. What I'm doing right here is I'm trying to get a door shape cut in as well as a window. Now what I do recommend is that you sort of draw a center line where you want your different characteristics to be. So I drew a center line down the middle of my door and my window to try and line them up with the front of the carving. And up until this point you guys haven't really been able to see much because I kind of screwed up on my camera, but now we're really chipping away here. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to get the carving into more of a circular pattern here. So what I've found, the best way I've found to do that is that at the areas where your changes happen, so in this case at the base of the foundation and also at where the light begins up at the top, what I've done is that I'll try and establish the circular nature of the carving right there at those transition spaces, and try and get the circular pattern down there, and then carry it out to the rest of the carving. So you'll kind of watch me as I do that here. What I'm working on now is I'm trying to get the lighthouse light. As maybe you've seen pictures of lighthouses before or not, but there's usually sort of an area up there where folks can walk around or whatever, and so I'm trying to get that sort of outcrop or whatever that you would call it set up. Again, I'm redrawing my center line there because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get this curvy piece of wood to straighten up. And again, just constantly reestablishing that center line, making sure I can see it. This is going back to what I had just mentioned about how I'm trying to get the curves of the wood carving at the transition period. You can see in the center where it's still fat. That's because I haven't really been working on that one just yet, that area just yet. And so as I develop the curve, the circular pattern around the base and the light, then I work on carrying that over to the rest of it. Now what I'm working on here now is using my V tool to establish the door frame. As always, you want to make it bigger. You want to carve bigger starting out than what you expect to use. So this window and this door is pretty big in comparison to the rest of the lighthouse, and that's okay. It's a lot easier to carve wood than it is to try and put it back on. So I'm just getting the general outline first, and then what I'm doing next is I'm going to try and take away the wood around it. So now that I've established that window and sort of got the outline done, I'm trying to just continue to push that wood away from it and make it pop out a little bit. Again, this is just a very general shape. I'm not looking for a whole lot of detail in this window and this door. I'm just wanting it to be there so that whenever I come back and want to put detail in there, I've already given plenty of space and room for me to try and figure something out with it. So you can see I'm just running my cut right up to where I had stopped with that V tool. Some people, they like to put a stop cut in. You can do that as well. It's probably a little bit more accurate, but I like working with my V tool. So now I'm transitioning into trying to really get this cylindrical shape to pop out. You can see how it's still kind of the overall shape of the lighthouse is sort of bent to a side. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to try and straighten that out just a bit. I keep going back to my center line, which is still a little bit visible to me. Anytime that your center line falls away, or erases while you're handling it, just draw it back in. Trying to cut off the last little bit of the top of that hard bark right there. And now you can probably see it's starting to look kind of like a lighthouse here. Trying to define the light a little bit more. This is going to pull us to a close here, but I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you like the series. If you do, keep tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'm going to try and keep doing these as much as I can. Hope you guys enjoy. See you tomorrow.